What's up, Kappa? This is Coach Lou Sadolano here, and in this video we're going to be learning about dribbling a basketball, okay? So first we are going to be starting with the basic necessities of dribbling. So I'm going to start here with my feet spread out, shoulder width apart. I'm going to put the ball into my dominant hand, so whatever hand you use to write with, that's the hand we're going to start with. So mine is my right, so I'm going to put it in my right hand, put the ball at my hip, okay? And then when we start dribbling, we want to keep the ball waist high. We don't want to let the ball get over our waist, and we want to use our fingertips. So it's going to be like this. I'm just dribbling now with my right hand, using my fingertips. My knees are bent, and the ball is staying at waist high, okay? If you need to, you can look down at the ball and watch it as you dribble, or you can look up if you think you're comfortable with doing that. Just going to do that for a few more seconds. Remember to pound that ball and use your fingertips, not the palm of your hand, okay? All right. Now, Camp, we're going to start dribbling with our opposite hand. So if you were dribbling with your right hand before, you want to switch to your left now, or vice versa, okay? So remember, we're going to keep the ball waist high, knees bent, feet are shoulder width apart, and we're dribbling with our fingertips, not the palm of our hands, all right? Remember to pound that ball for me. Let's do it for a few seconds, okay? This may be a little harder because it's your weaker hand, but we're going to keep trying. The only way to get better is to practice. We're just going to pound the ball, okay? Staying stationary. Okay, stop. All right, guys. Next thing we're going to do is learn how to guard the ball while you're dribbling when there's a defender on you, okay? So what you want to do when there's a defender on you and you want to protect the ball is you want to turn sideways almost. So you're going to take your left foot and bring it across, and you're kind of going to be sideways. Then you're going to start dribbling, and with the opposite hand that you're not dribbling with, you're going to create a little barrier. So you're going to put your arm up, all right? This is called a chicken arm, and you're going to block the defender off with this other arm, okay? So when the defender tries to reach in to get the ball, you have this other arm to hold him off, okay? And you kind of want to stay sideways, or you could even turn your back to the defender, all right? You want to just keep that arm up at a 90-degree angle, okay? And you're just defending, protecting the ball. Remember, we want to keep that dribble alive with our both fingertips, okay? Waist high. All right, now we're going to switch over to our left hand. We're going to dribble with our left hand, and we're going to bring our right foot to the front. We're going to swing it out to the front, okay? And we're going to put our right arm up in a 90-degree angle, and we're going to protect the ball, okay? It's like a chicken arm. That's what they call it. You want to protect the ball with this right arm. If the defender tries to reach in, you just block them off with the arm. You don't extend the arm and hit them, just block it off, okay? Remember, we're going to keep that dribble nice and low with our fingertips, pound the ball onto the ground, okay? All right, and that is how you defend the ball. Next one we're going to learn, next move, is called the crossover dribble. You might have heard of it. It's a common move in basketball when you're dribbling. So let's learn it. So we're going to start with the ball in our dominant hand, whatever hand that is for you, start with it, okay? And we're just going to start dribbling stationary, okay? Keeping the ball waist high, fingertips only, dribble, no palm. All right, and then to cross the ball over, you're crossing the ball over to your left hand. So that means you're going to take a dribble across your body and then transfer the ball from your right hand to your left hand, okay? And the crossover is supposed to go below your knees. So if you're dribbling with your right hand, you cross over, boom, cross over with your left. It's a dribble across your body, below your knees, okay? So the defender can't reach in and grab it. So let's try a bunch of those, okay? Our sequence will be dribble, crossover, dribble, and then keep doing that with each hand, okay? So I'm going to dribble, crossover, dribble, crossover, dribble, crossover, dribble, cross over. I'm keeping the ball nice and low under my knees, okay? It's a dribble right across for your body. The dribble is going to come right in the middle of your body, below your knees, okay? This is a good move to use when you're trying to get by a defender and you're trying to keep him from stealing the ball. So if he tries to reach in and grab it, you can cross over right under his hand and put the ball in your other hand, okay? So that helps to transfer the ball while keeping your dribble alive, okay? So that's a crossover, and we're going to come back to that in a minute, okay? All right, Camp, the next thing we're going to learn is how to dribble while you're moving. So you can either dribble while you're running or dribble while you're walking or a jog. Whatever you're comfortable with is what you can do. See, I have some cones set up to the right of me. If you have cones, you can set them up, please, or just anything you have you can use. So I have 4 cones set up with a few feet of space between each cone. They're lined up in a straight line. And to start, we're just going to dribble alongside those cones up and back while we're dribbling. We can either walk or run, like I said. I'll start off with a slow jog, and nothing's gonna change except you're just gonna be moving your feet now while you're dribbling. We're gonna keep that same fundamentals we were using. Dribble with your fingertips, not your palms. We're gonna dribble waist high, and you want to make sure you're dribbling on the side of your body, okay, on your hip, because if you dribble in front of you, you're gonna run into the ball with your foot and kick it down the court, and we don't want that. So we want to keep the ball on our side, okay? I'm going to start now, and I'm just going to dribble with my dominant hand down the cone, down alongside the cones, okay? So the cones are now on the left of me, and I'm just going to dribble with the ball while taking a slow jog. Okay, now I'm at the top. I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to go on the other side, keeping the ball in my dominant hand. All right, I'm going to dribble. I have the ball on the side of my hip. I'm keeping it waist high. All right. All right, now I'm going to pause, and I'm going to switch the ball to my left hand, and we're going to get on the other side of the cones, okay? So now I'm going to dribble with my left hand down the cones, keeping the ball waist high. With my fingertips, I'm going to switch to the other side, keep the ball in my left hand, keep it going down. And we're going to do this a few times if you guys want to do it too. All right. Keep the ball waist high, fingertips. All right, now we're going to pause again, and we're going to add one more thing to it, which is the crossover that we learned in the previous video, or in the previous minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to treat the cones as if they were a defender. Okay, so once you get, we're gonna go in between, in and out of the cones. So once you get to one cone, we're gonna cross over right at this cone. You're gonna cross over from your right hand to your left hand, like we learned, and then you're gonna take 2 dribbles and go to the next cone and cross over with your left hand to your right. All right, so I'm gonna demonstrate it. I'm gonna start at the front cone. I'm right in front of it. I'm going to take 2 dribbles with my right hand, cross over to my left, take 2 dribbles and 2 steps up to the next cone. All right, now I'm going to take 2 dribbles with my left hand and cross the ball over to my right hand. I'm going to take 2 dribbles up to the 3rd cone, cross over the ball to my left hand. Remember to keep the crossover below your knee, okay? And we're going to make a quick crossover to our right hand now. All right, now we're at the top of the cones again. And we're going to start it over. So I'm going to go back and do the same thing. Cross over with my right hand to my left. Take 2 dribbles up, left hand to right hand. 2 dribbles up. 2 dribbles up, left to right. Okay, and we can repeat that for as many times as we like. Basically, we're just treating the cones as if they were a defender, and we're going to use the crossover to get by them. Okay, so if there's a defender in front of you, that's the move we're going to use. That's the first one you want to learn, okay? So we're going to keep practicing that, and if you can learn that and become fluent in that, it's really important before you move on to other moves. All right, so that's it. That's all we have. Just to recap, we went over how to stationary dribble with your right hand, how to stationary dribble with your left. Okay, again, we just want to use our fingertips. We want to dribble waist high. We want to bend our knees, keep our feet shoulder width apart. Okay, and we want to use our dominant hand first, then cross over to our weaker hand. Okay. Second thing we learned is how to guard the ball, how to protect the ball from a defender. All right, remember, we want to turn our body sideways or just turn around totally, and you want to keep the opposite arm up in a 90-degree angle as like a shield. You want to shield the ball from the defender, okay? It's called a little chicken arm, okay? And then the last thing we learned, or the last couple things we learned, how to move with the ball. So how to dribble while running or dribble while jogging, and want to make sure to keep the ball on our side. And then last thing is the crossover. So again, the crossover is used to get by a defender or to keep the defender from stealing the ball. All right, so I hope this was helpful, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of Kappa. All right.